Two, one. Hey everybody, how's it going? Welcome to the Beneath the Surface podcast. And today I'm super fucking excited because we are with an entire band this time, which is the first time this has ever happened. This is the most people I've ever had. Fucking A. This is the most people I've ever had on at one point in time. So, guys, do you want to introduce yourselves as a band first, and then you could do it individually?
Yeah, we're Reality Sweet. My name's Kimmy Hart. I'm the singer.
Brian King, drums.
Joe Padula, guitars.
I can't speak.
He's got rosin in his mouth.
Oh my God.
I got rosin in my
He's got
mouth.
Rosalind.
I'm Antonio, the bass player
He's got
slash
Henry.
comedian.
He's got Henry
Yes.
Rollins in his mouth.
Our own personal clown.
Yeah, your bass player, he really does have gesture energy. I really believe that. I like it.
You should see his chest. Chester. We call him Chester.
Chester.
And you guys, at least by the time this comes out, I don't know if it's going to come out the week before or the week after, but February 5th, you guys have a new song, Triggers, coming out, which we're going to talk a little bit about. But first, let's just talk about you guys as a band. How did the band get started? Got a burp. All right. How did the band get started?
This question is a very common question. Is there a way you can articulate that question into a different style?
I know.
Straight up, no.
He doesn't understand much.
Okay.
Well,
How do we
All right,
answer
well,
this?
how far back do you want to go?
Hey, as far as you
Started,
as far as
right?
back as you think we have time for.
So when we were in diapers, in fact, in this very room, I was playing on pots and pans with sticks I found outside. No, never mind.
So Antonio and I went to grammar school together. Not together, but we're a couple grades apart.
Mhm.
But we lived around the block from each other. And I started playing the drums at age 5. He owned a guitar. I can't say he played it, but he inherited a guitar. And his cousin introduced us because he said, "Oh, you have drums, you have a guitar, you guys should know each other." Because that's how it is when you're a kid. You know, it doesn't matter if you can play or not. You just, So we wound up playing, and the two of us recorded a bunch of tapes and a bunch of songs that aren't real songs. They're just like, kids like making noise and stuff.
Yeah.
No,
And,
that's bullshit. They were real songs,
They
man.
were songs. They were
We had like 6 albums out in 3 years, man.
I used to have a log. I have to. You remember? I used to have a
Yeah.
log because we would loan the cassettes out to our class members, and like to me, even at that time, I was keeping track. I was like, okay, this one did well because 12 kids borrowed it.
Yeah.
This one didn't do well because
No
only
way.
3 kids borrowed
And
it.
That's
he
so
still does
funny.
that. So just, throwing that out
To
there.
this day, you're doing the same thing.
I
That's
still
so
do that. I still do
true.
that. So I still have those logs and I still have those cassettes. Anyway, so that was that. Joey and I met in high school. We didn't go to the same high schools, but we met through a mutual girlfriend. Not my girlfriend or his girlfriend. We didn't date the same girl. Not really.
That girl.
They did.
In between girl.
They've been around though.
Wait, you guys dated the same girl?
No, not us. We did?
We did.
Oh.
You guys dated the same girl and
We
you
found
didn't
out years
know?
later. We
Not
found out.
not that girl though.
I don't even know who.
This is great.
It's okay.
Finding out so much.
We got to get to know each other a little bit.
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah, we
But then
should.
Joe was about to say.
What was that?
That once we met, we were in another band called Halfway In. Brian and I back in the day.
That's for real.
Yeah, that's a true story. That's after our girlfriends kind of introduced us to each other. So Brian had a Halloween party at his house. We met that evening. I gave him my demo. We hooked up that following week, got together at, I kind of did an audition, got in the band, recorded I think a couple
We got
CDs.
3 songs.
Yeah,
cassette
demo
thing,
or whatever.
Which Joe didn't actually play on most of it. We had him play a few leads, right?
Right.
Hurts like a mother.
Because we
First
had most of it
section. Yeah, that's
recorded,
right.
and it's like he's the new
I
guitar
have
player,
a
so
cassette.
here, play some leads, and
Mhm.
that was it. Do you remember the actual first rehearsal or first audition? Because I don't remember that. I mean, it must have
I
happened.
remember it was in your basement.
Yeah.
Al
All right,
Brennan
we're
was
going
there.
too deep. He's
Okay.
He's bored. He
Anyway,
wants to know
and
about
then-
reality
I'm
sweet.
writing
No,
ideas.
yeah.
Just tell us to shut the fuck up when we need to be told.
Not getting
We're going too
I'm
far
getting
back.
invested. I was invested when you were talking about you guys in diapers, and then it was a joke.
Oh,
He's
sorry
like
about
Steven.
And then I
that.
came strolling along.
right.
She was pushing the carriage.
Yeah.
She wanted to wipe asses. Anyway, no.
Anyway.
She found us in a raffle contest.
Yeah, on Craigslist.
That is true.
True story.
No.
Half of that's
Actually.
true.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
seriously. Like I didn't know where to go to look for, like I
A
wanted.
band, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted. And so I went on Craigslist and I saw that they put an ad out for auditions and they were auditioning singers. And then I went and then I kept going. And I'm still here.
Kept coming.
Swindling.
Yeah.
That's
anyway.
right.
The girl keeps coming.
Couldn't get rid of me.
So how was the audition? Because when I think of like Craigslist auditions, I think like some sketchy ass shit that's happening like
Well, none of
in
us were
someone's
wearing
garage.
shirts.
Yeah.
We're all
We
shirtless.
only wore socks.
Yeah.
We're not on our feet.
Around our privates.
Yeah.
Well, I went. Oh my god! I went with my best friend at the time because I was like, okay, I'm not gonna go alone.
Right.
I'm gonna go with friends. And wait, did I go with the friend?
Yeah,
I did.
Jasmine.
Yeah, Yasmin.
Jasmine.
Okay.
Yasmin.
Yeah, the first, and then oh yeah, she was just in the other room. Okay, so
Oh,
I
she
was
was.
nervous because they
We
put me
remember.
right. They put me right on the recording mic, so that I went in the other room and I was on the mic.
That's
and
how we did our
they,
auditions.
They all were in the
recorded.
other room listening to me, like listening to my voice with a microscope. I was like, okay. And they were, I
Do you
thought it was.
remember, did they give you material to sing or did you like pick
Yeah.
3 songs or whatever?
Yeah, so I learned the songs that they had because they had previously other singers,
Mhm.
and so I learned some of the songs, and yeah.
We had a couple of other auditions prior to Kimmy as well that were fitting in pretty well, and then Kimmy came in and just kind of blew them out of the water. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say normally what I find a lot, at least with bands I've interviewed, is when they have auditions, they normally know as soon as the person's done singing, like this is our singer, tell everyone to fuck off. They normally don't. They sit through them anyways and give them a false sense of hope. But yeah,
Yeah,
they
I don't
know
think we
by the
auditioned
time they
anybody
left.
after Kimmy, right?
Definitely
Like,
didn't.
an obligation
No,
or
that after
anything?
Kimmy, we knew.
Yeah,
I knew.
yeah.
Definitely. I was like,
Yeah,
yeah, no,
all
she's
of
the
us.
one.
We had a
Yep.
few interesting
How's
ones,
this?
though. I don't know if we ever told Kimmy about, but
Just somebody. Who's spilling? Who's pissing on the floor?
Not me.
What the fuck?
Dude, I guess it's me.
This is airtight.
You got a tissue?
That's me though. Whenever I drink too much, I fucking
we did,
I
I
see
spill
it.
everything and every.
And
since
everything
we
I
have the
can.
time, we do. I do have to tell one story. So we had this one girl that we auditioned, which was several months before Kimmy. So there was a space. So we were really digging this one girl, and if you know where I'm going with this,
I don't.
and
Not yet, yeah.
we
Oh, I
recorded. We
think I
still
do.
have like 3 songs that we recorded with her.
Was
you
she
know.
drunk?
She
Hold
showed
on.
up the second time drunk. She showed up with a 6-pack.
Now I know who you're talking about.
And it was I think it was like President's Day or something, right? It was like a weekend. It was like a
yeah.
weekend. It's like one of those things where like a guy would justify, yeah, it's a weekend, it's a long weekend, so I'm bringing a case of beer. You know, but this was the girl. This is hey,
Which
she had
hardcore,
balls.
yeah.
One of our original singers did exactly the same thing.
Oh, wow.
Actually.
Yeah, I was gonna say, was that a turnoff for you guys?
Well, no, the turnoff
No.
was that we were recording even the rehearsal. Like we had everything, the PA totally going to Pro Tools so we can hear everything after the fact. And what she was doing while she was drunk was just like, yeah, it was a turnoff.
It was
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
It was not in the
she
style
couldn't
of.
sing.
It was not in the style of rock. Let's put it that way.
What was the style?
Operatic,
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
but in like a gothic operatic, the very dark. You know, not really in any direction I would ever look into.
Yeah.
Put it that way.
All right. Well, respect.
There's room for it somewhere else, but not with us.
Right. Yeah, yeah. So as a band, obviously you guys have grown a lot since then to some degree. What are some lessons that you've learned along the way that you think are important?
Learn your instruments well.
Yeah, don't get drunk before going on stage.
Really?
Um,
Well, yeah.
Like going
Yeah.
off, piggybacking off the last thing.
Yeah, even I can't be
Yeah.
drunk on stage.
I learned
I-
once. I won't do it again.
Oh, I
was
did.
like, wow,
Story
that,
to
that,
tell
that
with that.
was
I did once.
embarrassing.
Yeah, Brian did
Yeah,
it.
don't
best.
have any Mexican food before a long set with hot lights
Oh,
on you.
man.
Don't do an entire set drinking just a mojito. You
Almost.
know, and yeah, that
What
was
was that? A beef burrito? What did you have that?
chicken quesadillas.
That's
I don't know, but the
And-
floor had it, boy.
Oh, holy shit! No, the bathroom.
The bathroom
took
stall
took a toll.
was
We had to pay for
it
that.
was bad, but
Yeah,
It
I
was
know,
awesome.
those-
That's a party. That's a party, man.
I
those
heard
venue
from it.
bathrooms are all already gross.
For other
So.
people,
Oh my
like,
God.
oh man, don't
No,
go
this
to
bathroom
that.
was pristine. It was a nice bathroom.
Yeah, it
He
was.
tore it up.
Until, yeah.
Oh yeah, it was an OJ stabbing. It was bad.
We had to pay to have it repainted, and they had to redo the flooring.
Oh,
It was
yeah.
I don't think we were asked back.
Yeah, pretty much.
But no, compromise is another. People ask us all the time. You guys have been together for so long. In the time that we've been together, most bands will have failed, broken up, and moved on. So I think compromise and friendship, overall, I think is one of the
Yeah,
key things.
most bands argue. We throw up on each other and see who smells worse. That's how we solve
And
it.
we get tighter that way.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
gets tighter that way.
I definitely agree.
The
Rebecca,
next
tighter?
thing kind of goes into tour stories, if you guys have any. I'm very curious as Kimmy, your drunk story. I do kind of want to hear that if you remember.
Oh my
Drunk
God.
story.
Which
Oh,
Yeah, just any tour
Which
stories you
one?
guys have.
The one before the Alpha Wave show or prior?
Oh wow.
Well, that was the night before.
The night before.
the
Yeah,
night
I went
before.
to
Not then. but
an
you were-
Evanescence concert and
Yes.
I like just screamed my voice away, and then we were recording a live show the next day. And yeah,
It was a live stream in front of the world, basically.
and I lost my voice, but I still managed to sing.
It was tough. It
She
was
pulled
tough.
it off though. Yeah.
reverb and chorus. It does a lot.
Yeah. Post
Man.
production.
Anyway, wait, what was the question?
Tour stories you
Drunk
guys
stories.
have. Any partying stories as a band, tour stories, whatever you got.
Yeah, I mean, there's this one time where we played in front of go-karts. That was cool.
Did we?
Go-karts.
Was that in
Oh,
Yeah,
New
we
York
did.
State?
in upstate.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
All right, we were near Albany.
We played on hay stacks.
Yeah, but
So,
nobody
that's
was
right.
drunk.
Nobody was drunk. That doesn't have to be drunk.
No,
Yeah,
it's,
that
it's
was
a
part
Kimmy
of-
drunk story.
That was the story.
That was
Oh,
part of
definitely
question.
Yeah,
No, it's unique though. We played in a
Yeah,
very
tour
unique
stories.
situation.
Oh, yeah.
And we stayed. We had this really cool
RV.
RV.
Oh,
I mean, it was
yes.
brand new. They like gave us a brand new RV to work with.
And they set
Badass,
up
man.
like the cheese platters
Yeah.
and the fruit platters.
platters,
and
yeah.
It was one of our favorite unique shows that we've ever
Yeah.
played.
Yeah. Cool guy. Cool dude.
Yeah, what
Yeah.
was what event was that where you were playing on hay bales in front of go-karts?
It was
Was it
it
a
was a
race
go-kart
ring?
race. I forget
Yeah.
the name of it.
Maybe go-kart's not the right word. I think it's midget car racing.
No.
No, I'm
No.
serious.
You can't say
Yeah,
midget
okay.
car.
No, it's serious. That's a serious thing.
No, in 2020 you
Yeah,
can't
I
say
don't
Oh, they
that.
changed it.
2021.
21.
It's small car.
Small car race,
2021.
right?
Car.
Little car. It's a little car
abbreviated
race.
car.
There you go.
Whatever, man.
But yeah, it's one of those. Yeah, you know it. You've been to one, I'm sure.
We would love to go. I'd like to play there again. That was fun.
It was fun. It was
Why
fun.
did he have to go to one? Because he lives in the sticks? Is that what you're saying?
Oh man, that's messed up. You just made fun of the guy.
No, I'm
What's wrong
not.
with
My
you?
sister lives up by you. I mean, she.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, you might have been to one. Everyone loves go karts. No,
I used to have a go-kart when I was a kid. I loved it.
I see. I know buddies that have probably been to it. Not me though.
Oh, gotta get one. Get one now, man. It's worth it. It's
Yeah.
a lot of fun.
Yeah, I have Craigslist pulled up behind you guys. I'm looking at go-karts. Any brands in specific?
No, I don't think there are brands. Usually they're just kind of like put together.
Oh yeah, they are. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I'm
kids,
thinking,
kids.
yeah,
The
I'm thinking
kids,
of
yeah.
actual cars. All right.
we actually have
Anyways.
a fan who has a photo of us and our logo on his car. You've seen
Really?
it.
That's
Yeah,
badass.
Inside of the car.
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, it's very
It's
cool.
amazing.
It's
And he
so
updated his car this year, and he put a new photo with our new logo on it. Which is
I
really
didn't
cool.
see that, but that's cool.
I didn't see the new logo. I only saw the
No.
old one.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the new one.
I thought I forwarded
Yeah,
it.
that's
Oh.
cool. So, as far as the name goes, Reality Suite, how did you guys come up with that name, or what is that
Oh,
name?
shit. Kimmy, what's that story?
Oh
Yeah.
gosh. Okay, so I wasn't there, but it happened on a napkin.
Right.
Okay.
That was the start of it.
Yes.
That's the first part of it.
Tissues and napkins
Napkins
in the car.
and the car and a
All great
hotel
ideas
suite.
always end up on napkins.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was a hotel suite. I was at a hotel dating this girl, having a good time. Suite 201.
I knocked on the door.
Brian calls me. Yeah, we're all messed.
That's when they were dating the same girl.
Yeah, we're all fucked up.
Oops.
Brian called me. He's like, dude, I got this napkin. It says reality on it. I don't know what to do with it. You know, we're thinking of band names. And I'm outside, you know, we're just fucking around. And I just got done with our ex. And I'm like, dude, I'm right by Suite 201. What about Reality Suite? And that's pretty much how it came together.
That's it, man.
I heard the word reality on a radio show, and I wrote it down on a napkin. It lingered around my car for a few weeks.
And the crazy part is the napkin kind of slipped out of our hands, fell out the window. So we actually had to go downstairs. Was it 27 flights?
Yeah, because it was the second floor.
To get the napkin, remember.
Second floor.
We were drunk. We thought it was 27 flights.
It was that long?
No, it was that short.
Oh,
That's what she said.
shit.
Now,
27 steps.
Oh.
Very pause.
as far as triggers go, which is your guys' new track that is releasing on February 5th. If you guys want to check it out, everything's going to be in the description, show notes, wherever you guys are checking this out. I probably should have said that in the beginning, along
It's
with
okay.
all the links to find you guys, but slipped my mind.
We're really excited to release it.
If you guys have any questions, go in the description. Something will be there. It's probably gonna be nothing until I realize I forgot. But anyways, triggers. So obviously, I think there is an overall theme, and I know you guys have probably answered this question to death already by the time this comes out. But,
Oh, shit.
is that you guys?
Yeah, it is, and it's
Battery?
like I'm sorry, I don't know. How do you turn off notifications really quick?
No, it's all good.
Next time we'll hit no.
Anyway, so this song is about it's about a horse. You know, Trigger.
Now
I'm kidding. Never mind.
What?
Never-
Oh,
Over my head.
Yeah, nice.
Kimmy, what was that song about?
Oh yeah, so it's triggers. No, it's basically about like all the you know, during quarantine there's a lot of anxiety and uncertainty and just
Animosity.
yeah, and then social media was just so vicious and like everyone was just at everyone's throat and it's just I don't know, I guess just about how, you know, this all sucks.
Case in point today. What's going on in
And-
Washington today?
Yeah, and I thought it was almost like going to be behind us, but I don't know what the hell's going on today, and it just, you know, so it's basically about that and how it sucks, and I think it sucks for everyone, no matter what your views are. It just everyone has a high amount of anxiety right now, and just it's uncertain times, and everyone's going through something, so it's just basically about that.
Oh yeah, great fucking song. And do you guys have any recording stories about that track that you could think of?
Well,
Was that recorded during? I'm assuming during quarantine. Yeah.
Yeah.
what happened was we went maybe 3 or 4 months without seeing each other. When the lockdown first happened, we kind of like just took some time off, needed some time off. And then we started going through some of our live recordings, and that's when we released a live track, Zombie, the cover of Zombie by the Cranberries. Then we released live at Alpha Wave Studios, which was a full concert album. So we kind of just went through like our hard drive and said, all right, what can we release while nothing's going on? And then by the summertime, you know, Joe had a bunch of riffs, you know, backed up on his drive, and he started sending stuff out. And I think it was by July or something, maybe August, we finally said, let's get together. Let's be safe and let's sit outside in front of a bonfire and let's just go through some riffs and see what comes out of it.
Yeah.
And we literally sat in Antonio's backyard around the fire. And
Yeah, because July wasn't hot enough. We needed a bonfire.
yeah, right. We're trying to get
COVID away.
yeah, very exact.
We're trying.
Yeah.
Actually, I think it worked. I don't know.
And mosquitoes.
Right. The
But,
song just kind of fell together.
Yeah.
It was so cool.
It wasn't even one of the things he had on his.
No, we
his-
just
We didn't
Recordings.
record it, did we?
we did.
We
We
did
did,
like
yeah,
on the
on
phone.
our phones.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
yeah,
I had it on my phone.
yeah, same here.
Yeah.
We just expanded from the riff.
Mhm.
Now, how do you guys normally go about writing songs? Do you normally like start with vocals and then build your instrumentation around that? Because I know that's hard as shit. Or do you normally start with the riff, add a melody, go to drums?
Each one is developed completely different. Each one.
Yeah. Like we've definitely done that before where
Yeah.
I sing the melody and then around it, but then most of the time, like, you know, Joe will
Yeah.
throw a riff on the drive, and then everybody will like throw their
Yeah.
ideas onto it,
I mean,
and then
We'll
just
tear
build
it up.
onto
We'll
it.
start to cut it up in different ways
Yeah,
to make sense.
there's many times where each of us actually brought to the table some form of demo or a ditty or something, and somebody will just kind of riff right off of it and then snowballs into something.
Mhm. Yeah, that's what happens. We all kind of, sometimes it'll inspire one person before it inspires somebody else. So like somebody will take it and be like, I have an idea.
Yeah.
Then they'll, mash it up and kind of throw something else on the drive and be like, hey, Joe, this is what I put up your song. And then we listen to it, and then Kimmy will be like, oh, I love that part. Let me add this to it. And then it just goes around, and then we get together at rehearsal, and then that's the whole test. And then we jam it,
Right.
and then it evolves from there again.
We like to snowball each other.
And then it snowballs.
Like a metamorphosis. It's always like
Yeah.
like a caterpillar in its cocoon. You don't know what it's gonna be when
It's
it
like
comes
the
out.
what? A tossed salad?
It's a toast salad.
Wow.
And we like to
The
snowball.
butterfly is
each
so
other.
much beautiful like description.
And
There's
I'm
gonna be a lot of
assuming
innuendo.
it was the same thing for Awaken, your guys' latest full album. I'm assuming that same writing style there.
Yeah.
Same idea. Yep.
All right, and do you are there? I don't know why I keep asking stories. This is a half-assed sheet, question sheet. But were there any? Because I know that there are a lot of sometimes very unique ways people write and record albums. Like sometimes they have a song, they record that song, and then they're writing the second song while they're recording. Crazy 88 did that, and I don't know how the fuck they did an album in 10 days. But anyways, was
Wow.
there anything unique about the way Awaken was written?
I just like to say, I wish we can write a song, an album in 10 days
Exactly,
and record
yeah.
it. Yeah,
Fucking crazy.
that's phenomenal.
Yeah,
We
that
totally could if we
sounds-
like just
yeah, if
were together for a week and just focused on writing
If
it.
we let it go,
100% we could.
we evolve a lot.
yeah.
I guess, however you want to put it. So I don't. Yeah, we could do that if we literally just
Yeah,
went
if
down
that's
and
all
said,
we
"Yeah,
did,
this is
and
it,
like
week long.
no
Day after day, week
yeah,
after
lay
day.
it down and then walk away
But
from it."
that's
and
like my
it.
dream too. Like to just that's only like that's a job.
Well, it helps
music.
because they're a super group and like they're all from different, like the bassist lives in Europe,
Wow.
the singer lives in Canada, and then the guitarist lives here. So like they all had to fly to the States, and so they were
Oh,
very
wow.
determined to get the fucking album done.
So you got
That's awesome.
10 days. And that's
yeah,
it.
they had
Okay.
stakes. So
Well, I think like our first album, Skin, was a mishmash of songs from before Kimmy had joined. We had done maybe 3 or 4 new songs when Kimmy had just joined, but I think 4 or 5 of them were older songs that were evolving. So the first album was kind of like a mishmash. Then Awaken was recorded in 2 halves as well.
Yeah.
We had just met Mike Ferretti, who was our co-producer and engineer, and he did the first 6 songs or 5 songs, I think.
Yeah.
And we released that as an EP, and that had like Dead to Me, Grave, Live Now Forever,
Mm-hmm.
Lust, and Cut Burn Bruise. And then there was really such a huge response to that because Skin, our first album, was self-produced, and we built our reputation and our fan base on that. But then we definitely, I think we can all agree, we went to another level with Awaken, and that got that, I think that went more global.
That's what I was going to mention as well. Our writing style just got better. We got tighter. We honed in on the craft a little bit better.
I think we found our sound
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. And then we reissued it with a bonus like 4 or 5 songs.
Right.
So that's when it became a full length. That was like a year later.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway.
And it had the an accompanying album, I guess. But the name's slipping me now. I should have wrote it down. I thought I should write it down. No, I'll remember it. Forgot it.
Abbey
Cover
Road,
and
it was
Bruise.
called.
So that has a remix instrumental and then a few live tracks. So was there anything behind that? Like, do you think that was that kind of just like a quarantine idea of we can't really release anything new, so let's throw this out there?
Yes and no. I think it was kind of a yes, absolutely. But I think for me
There's a but.
personally, I kind of, I guess I'm the guy in the band that takes notes and counts numbers and all that stuff.
So
So
was
like,
doing that since 7th grade. So
yeah, I'm usually 6 or 7 in my head, 6 or 7 months, thought out. So I kind of always thought like once we exhaust the whole Awaken album, then I always felt like Cut Burn Bruise would be a good single, but I also wanted like Grave to have its period. I wanted like Dead to Me. I wanted all the other songs that we knew were obvious singles, Kiss the Ring, to have their time. And then in my head, like once that was exhausted, let's put Cut Burn Bruise out and then call it a day on Awaken. You know what I mean? So that was, in my opinion, was kind of like a period at the end of the sentence, and
Right.
and yeah, people took to it.
Oh yeah. And now you obviously quarantine is the thing that has majorly impacted you guys in terms of touring and
By
recording.
far.
Probably
By
right.
far.
Yeah, I would say it definitely took a lot of opportunities away from us, unfortunately.
So what are some things you guys are doing either individually or as a band to either stay sane or stay afloat, I guess, as a band, staying relevant?
Releasing the single, I've been working on the music video and promoting it, and focusing on that is definitely keeping us
Yeah, if
sane, I
anything,
would say.
we're definitely more focused on recording and creating now rather than performing.
Exactly.
Of course we'll still practice, but it's we'll prepare for a better show in the future.
Right, yeah. And it's terrible because like given the position I'm in, obviously I interview a lot of musicians. So like there are people I don't even talk to after the interview. But then there are some people where like I grow an actual friendship, and it's like just seeing them struggle, because there are some bands like majorly struggling from having that live aspect
Dependency.
ripped out from
Yeah.
under them.
Yeah, because I mean it's hard to, grow without getting in front of new people, new audiences, making new fans, and being able to sell your merch so you can keep
Exactly.
going. And
Exactly.
it's really hard for everyone, even the venues. I'm very scared for the venues because it's like,
How do they keep it?
how are they
afloat?
doing,
Yeah.
And some of them are closing down all around us.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's,
And I
Yeah.
feel like there's
dropping
already
like flies.
so many
Yep.
that's closed down over the years that like it's so precious, the ones we have left.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I find that I don't know. I feel like the scene for like smaller venues just don't really exist anymore. I feel like because obviously the music that's popular now are the ones where they're selling stadium tickets,
Right.
and the smaller ones, man, those bars. There are some bars where that is their biggest highlight of the week, is that one night where they're selling tickets. And yeah, there's one, the Bug Jar, actually, going out of business, unfortunately, 20 minutes away from me, that my buddies used to play at a lot. But anyways, let's not get sad about this. Fuck quarantine. But speaking of quarantine, stay sane, like on a personal level. I guess it's probably a little augmented now, because when I had initially wrote this question for guests, it was, you couldn't leave your house really.
Yeah, yeah.
So, but it's kind of relevant knowing you can't still go to shows or even work out at the gym normally. So,
Yeah. I
What
mean,
do
I
you
do
get?
go to the gym, yes. But yes, you got to wear a mask and stuff. And it does suck working out with a mask for sure, because the breathing scenario.
Yeah.
But you do what you got to do. And I'm just happy to be able to work out in the gym, because that was really hard.
right, yeah, having that taken away for a few
Yeah.
months or whatever it was, yeah. So, what are you guys doing now to kind of keep the creative juices flowing? Do you have any go-tos?
As far as like inspiration.
Yeah, especially given that I find that normally, at least, like I said at the beginning of quarantine, it was a little different when, everyone was stuck in their house. There was very little inspiration and motivation there. But so it's a little different now. But I guess during quarantine, what were you guys doing to keep everything going?
Cleaning.
Watching a lot of Netflix.
Drinking a lot.
Yeah, that too.
Drinking helps.
Because you
Yeah.
know what? They closed the gyms, but they kept the liquor stores and fast food.
Yeah, that's true.
Stocking
That
up.
is
Yeah.
true. I remember it was Easter, everyone was bitching because the churches were closed, but the liquor stores were open. And then I was like, what the fuck?
That's
I didn't
why
really care because I
went
don't
to
really
the
go.
liquor store to pray. It worked out.
Yeah, exactly.
Pray never closes. Please don't close.
I got on the counter and started singing. Ave Maria.
You know,
So now,
back in-
what are your guys', at least for the foreseeable future, what are your guys' plans?
we
They're
did this
very
thing back in
They are.
back
Yeah.
in November. We released the live album back in, I think, July, maybe May, June, July, something like that. The quarantine is just like everything's a blur. We released the live album last year. So many people were asking about a CD of it or even on vinyl, which there were no real preparations to do that.
Right.
But then at some point we just figured, you know what? Let's release it on CD. We'll sign it. We'll number it, and we'll include like a face mask and guitar picks, and we'll make it like a
That's
cool little
cool, yeah.
package. You know, while everyone can't go to shows, let's give you the concert experience. And we were so like blown away that people were from around the world were spending from $25 to $100 depending on the package. And really, and to cover costs, the shipping sometimes was $13 to $17 to $22.
It'd be costly.
Yeah, if we're shipping to like Germany,
Internationally.
yeah.
Mhm.
So like we just got an order yesterday, thank everybody, but it was $100 order. Did you guys see that?
Yeah.
Somebody bought
I was
Awaken.
finally able to eat dinner.
Yeah, we're able to pay you for this podcast. No, but for the live album signed and a signed Awaken CD, which all that stuff goes back into the videos that we do, the new songs. We're already saving money for a future single, so it's like everything. You guys know, it's everything costs money, and we don't have money, so anything. I feel like it's an infomercial.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really.
Stop me!
Anything is
Stop me!
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
anyway.
But
Thank you.
basically, yeah, everything goes back into what the material,
It goes back into the band,
into
the
the
video
music,
creation. Exactly.
and art, and